Warren Buffett's net worth is $130 billion. But here's what makes this absolutely mind-blowing. He started with practically nothing and built this fortune through pure investing genius. The scale of his wealth multiplication is so insane that it breaks every mathematical concept you've ever learned about money. Let me put Warren's wealth growth into perspective. If you invested $1,000 with Warren Buffett in 1965, when he took control of Berkshire Hathaway, that investment would be worth over $43 million today. That's a 43,000% return. Your $1,000 would have multiplied by 43,000 times. It's like planting a single seed and growing a forest that covers an entire state. But let us talk about what $130 billion actually means, in terms that will destroy your brain. Warren makes approximately $37 million every single day just from his investments growing. That's more than most people will earn in their entire lifetime. Made while Warren is eating his favorite McDonald's breakfast or reading annual reports in his office in Omaha. Here's where it gets absolutely ridiculous. Warren makes $1.5 million every single hour while you're sitting in traffic, attending a meeting, or taking a lunch break. Warren has earned more money than most people's lifetime savings. In the time it takes to watch a typical movie, Warren makes over $3 million. During a full night's sleep, he earns $12 million, enough to buy a small island in the Caribbean. Let's put this in terms of pure time comparison. If you earn $50,000 per year, a decent middle-class salary, you would need to work for 2.6 million years to reach Warren's current wealth. That's longer than humans have existed as a species. You could start working when our ancestors first learned to use tools, and you still would uncatch up to Warren by the time we invented computers. Now here's a comparison that will melt your brain. Warren's net worth is larger than the entire annual GDP of 120 countries combined. This 93-year-old man from Nebraska has more wealth than entire nations with millions of people. He's literally richer than countries like Hungary, Kuwait, Morocco, and 117 others. But the most insane part, Warren still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $37,500. That house is now worth around $650,000, which sounds like a lot until you realize that Warren makes that amount in 26 minutes. He could buy his own house every half hour with his daily earnings. Let's talk about what $130 billion looks like physically. If you converted all of Warren's wealth into $100 bills, it would weigh 1,300 tons. That's heavier than 10 blue whales. Stack those bills and you'd have a tower 13,000 miles high, which is more than halfway to space. You'd need 26 Boeing 747 jumbo jets just to transport all that cash. Here's something that will break your understanding of compound interest. Warren's most famous investment rule is never lose money, and rule number 2 is never forget rule number 1. But here's the crazy part. Even if Warren lost 99% of his wealth tomorrow, it'd still have $1.3 billion. Could lose 99% of everything and still be richer than most billionaires. The time factor makes this even more ridiculous. If Warren decided to spend $10 million every single day buying mansions, private jets, entire art collections, he would need 35 years to spend all his money. But here's the kicker. While he's spending that $10 million daily, his investments are still making him $37 million per day. So he'd actually get richer by $27 million every day while trying to go broke. Let's put Warren's wealth in terms of pure purchasing power. He could buy every single Major League Baseball team and still have $50 billion left over. He could purchase the entire country of Ecuador, whose GDP is only $107 billion, and still have money for lunch. He could give every single person in America, all 330 million people, $390 each, and still be a billionaire. But here's the most mind-bending comparison. Warren has been investing for over 70 years. In that time, his wealth has grown from essentially zero to $130 billion. That's an average growth of $1.8 billion per year every year for 7 decades straight. Most people don't make $1.8 billion in their entire family lineage going back generations. The compound interest effect is so powerful with Warren that his wealth literally grows faster than he can give it away. He's pledged to donate 99% of his fortune to charity. He's already given away over $50 billion. But despite giving away more money than most countries' entire GDP, he's still getting richer. His remaining wealth keeps growing faster than he can donate it. Here's something that will hurt your brain. If Warren's wealth was measured in seconds, it would equal 4,100 years. If it was grains of rice, you could feed the entire population of Brazil for 5 months. If it was footsteps, you could walk to Mars and back twice. The most incredible part? Warren achieved this impossible wealth while living one of the most modest lifestyles of any billionaire. He drives his own car, lives in a normal house, and his biggest indulgence is a $5 McDonald's breakfast. He became one of the richest humans in history, while spending less money than most middle-class families. Tier as the ultimate mind destroyer. While I've been explaining how impossibly wealthy Warren Buffett is, which took about 5 minutes, his net worth has increased by approximately $300,000. Just from me talking about his wealth, he's made more than most people's annual salary, and he probably doesn't even know it happened. In the 5 minutes you've spent listening to this, Warren Buffett has made enough money to buy a luxury house in cash. And the craziest part, he's probably still sitting in his office in Omaha, reading financial reports and eating peanut brittle, completely oblivious to the fact that he just got richer than most people's wildest dreams while doing absolutely nothing.